Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast. Did you know that plants are truly amazing? Not only can you grow them and eat them, you can also wear them, drink them, nourish your skin with them, and so much more. Let Ellen and Michael inspire you to love plants as much as they do, as they chat with the movers and shakers in this wonderful plant-based world. So, let's dig in.
Transform your garden the easy way with sponsors of Series 20 of the podcast, Garden on a Roll. It's the perfect solution for beautiful, ready-made garden borders. If you love the look of professionally designed planting but don't have the time, knowledge or patience to plan it yourself, Garden on a Roll has you covered. Each border is expertly designed by award-winning garden designer Anthony Henn, and delivered with a simple, pre-planned, biodegradable template you can roll out and plant in one go. No guesswork, no stress, just follow the instructions and enjoy the results. Whether you're refreshing a tired space or starting from scratch, you'll get a cohesive, seasonal design that works with plants chosen to thrive together and look great all year round. Choose your style and size, and everything you need is delivered to your door. It's planting by numbers. Visit Garden on a Roll today and bring your outdoor space to life.
Finger boy, my favourite. How are you?
Green-fingered city boy.
I've been between my legs, which is something that's a bit dodgy. We're sat in where are we actually? We're in a little staff room at Malvern.
Sitting in a compromised situation.
You're part of my solo episode. Yeah. Every other episode, Ellen and I do solo ones. We go out on the loose.
Your podcast was the first podcast I ever did at
really?
Malvern.
Oh, yeah, it is. Right.
Yeah, 2020.
And Dahlia Beach was messing around in the background, wasn't
she? Was it 2022 or 2023?
Yeah? That was cool, wasn't it? Yeah.
So,
we've all grown since then. Again. It's amazing. You just done your garden here.
Yeah.
Amazing. How'd you feel?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. Potential people's choice. I've seen a lot of noise around it. So
fingers crossed.
Definitely.
Wow. Yeah, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. It takes the shape of an eye and it celebrates the way our eyes interpret light as colour. So cool, man. Very colourful, which obviously at Malvern, you're sort of making a rod for your own back there because there's a lot of struggles in trying to get the plants in flower. So I had to hedge my bets with a lot of plants.
Well, I remember even 6 weeks ago, you were like, I haven't got any plants.
Yeah, so
what did you do?
My plant supplier pulled out with like 3 weeks to go.
Really? So, oh my god!
Yeah, it was a mad dash, but got there in the end, and it meant that I bought a load of Ericium wallflower, which is not my favourite plant anyway, and now I hate it even more because I didn't end up using them. So I
don't think I saw any in there.
No, I spent like £400 on Ericium, and like they're around the back behind the fence over there.
You're going to auction them off?
Hopefully I can flog them tonight because I never want to look at them again. I never want to see an Ericium again. It's not in my garden at the moment anyway, and I can't see it ever getting back in.
That's brutal. But tell me, wind back even further than that. Tell me about the journey, because places have approached me before to do a garden. I'm terrified.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm accurate enough to do that. I don't know if I think I'd be too chaotic. I don't know. Even in the moment, how on earth did you first even decide you wanted to do it?
So me and Kate Mason were talking about doing a show garden, but we couldn't get a sponsor. And then the team at Malvern sort of approached me and said, would you like to do a blooming border, blooming border. Yeah. Beautiful,
and that's
a
new thing for here this year.
Yeah, that's the first time they've done it this year. And they gave us, so you have 3 shapes you can sort of choose from, and they're all sort of quite curvy. And I like to have a focal point in my garden. And so I was sort of thinking, how can I put a focal point in this? I was getting quite frustrated. And then all of a sudden, I was like, this eye shape, what am I meant to do? And then I sort of thought, eye. And then it started flowing. And the whole sort of concept came to me within an hour. Yeah. So that was back in sort of December. And then in January, when I was recovering from getting my nose straightened.
I need to look at this properly in a minute.
Yeah. So, the people listening, they're like, what does his nose look like? I started sort of doing some drawings and basically sort of finalising potential plants I would like. But you never know. With Malvern, the hardest thing is you just never know how far along certain things will be.
Yeah, because it's quite early. It's even in Chelsea, isn't it? So
this is it. So there's certain things where there's certain things that you thought would be in flower and they've gone over. And then there's certain things that like you think, oh, they might be in flower, but then they're not. So you're having to sort of force.
So you really had to adapt and adjust even up to the day, right?
It's like even like foxgloves, you couldn't really see any sort of big plumpy ones anywhere, and then I managed to get some with just some rosettes showing, and then my mum brought them on in a conservatory doing the 12-12 method. So 12 hours of light, 12 hours of dark, putting bed sheets over them, and they got there in the end. So good.
Because at what point did you need to submit your idea to Malvern?
So it was
there's
early
some pressure
January.
there, surely. Isn't there?
I think it's mixed because I think obviously. I think a lot of people sort of submitted their designs in sort of October when the show gardens were being submitted and stuff. But then obviously they must have like a certain amount they would love to have. So I think then if they get any others that they sort of would think, oh yeah, that would be a good one. Because I think there was one that they didn't sort of know they were doing it until February, someone mentioned. So, so I think it just sort of depends.
And then you have to tell them what you are going to create at that stage a bit, really.
Yeah, you have to submit your design. You have to
Not
submit
every single plant.
No,
like
so it's like a preliminary planting list. Got that word out. And that can sort of change. And even like the design brief, so you have to like do like write your design intention, but up until like I think it's like a week before, like while you're building, you can submit like any changes to the design intention. So it's like maybe the trees that
because ideas evolve, don't they?
Exactly. So for me, we realised that the trees in a natural garden would get far too big. So it was like, oh no, that I'm going to get marked down for that. So I'm going to get to go Frank Matthews and quickly get some trees.
I saw that. Is that where the ginkgo came from?
Yeah, that's where the ginkgo came from.
That's your most asked about plant as well.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that and Euphorbia Minus Merlot.
Euphorbia, so, Minus Merlot. Minus Merlot. That's from Plant Tip in the Netherlands. They'll be really pleased to hear that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Literally,
you should tag them in the video. They'll love it.
Been asking about that plant, honestly. Cool. And then they go, "Oh, Merlot, like the wine." I'll remember that.
That's cute. But then, like, when do you then come on site to start building? How do you know? How do you know what time you've got? How do you know what to do when? Like, I think I'd be too chaotic. I don't know.
Yeah, so you got.
I'd try and get it all done in a day. I just turn up on the last day.
Well, I did try and do that at Gardener's World and got myself sunstroke on the first day. But yeah, I think you sort of you have in your mind how long things will take. Like the bamboo posts for me took a little bit longer than I would have liked. So I was sort of not as far along as I would have liked. And then what I like to do is then sort of plan my team around that, so play to people's strengths.
Because how many people are working with you then?
So at times there was like 3, 4, 5 even, but then sometimes there was just like 2 of us on a couple of the days.
I'd find it hard to give other people jobs.
It's tough. It's tough, especially at the start, and because you're in such a small space, and then you sort of like, oh, I need to do that job to make sure it's right, and sometimes it is hard to sort of delegate out the jobs. But yeah, you've got to do it, otherwise you just sort of start to get behind. And that's why you've got to have people on there that you can sort of trust, and they know how your brain ticks as well, so that if they ask you if something looks good, they can sort of take it on the chin. If you say
because you've got to be non-English about it. You've got to give feedback.
Yeah, because you've got to say, can you do this? And if they do it and they do it rubbish,
we're too
you've got to tell them.
With these things.
And it's tough. That's the thing I probably find the hardest. But the whole process, I absolutely love, because it's like having your own little ground force. You've got your deadline. You have your hiccups along the way. Is it going to happen? Isn't it going to happen? And you're sort of just in your own little bubble.
The peril. Every good TV show has peril.
Exactly. And you don't know whether it's going to sort of... Well, you hope it's going to come together. But in the moment,
I think things always do. Like, I don't know.
It might not.
Like when I don't know if you remember when I did this catwalk show in the Netherlands a couple of years ago, and like even that on the day, I was like, I remember swearing to myself. I was like, Michael, what the fuck, why are you doing this? Because I just was like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. But you pull it together, you just do. There's something inside you that just makes it happen.
I think that's when you sort of get focused on something, that's when it sort of does come together.
So. But how many days did you have for the build then?
So I think it was 8 days. So it's like Monday to Monday, and then you got a little bit of Tuesday because the judging was in the afternoon. So
and you used all of those days?
Yeah. I wanted to be done with the bamboo post sort of second day, maybe, and it just had to wait for the digger to dig out the trench, and then like, because obviously you've got such a big hole, you can't just use a load of postcrete. So I had to then like get wooden battens and screw all the posts together, and it was just quite a long process. But then I sort of I didn't utilize people as well in those days because I was so focused on doing that, and then there wasn't necessarily anything they could do in that moment. Do you know what I mean? So
it's difficult.
They was just,
they can always document
going over
things.
plants
Because you were pretty good at documenting stuff. Like it's hard sometimes when you're in the moment, but something you did do, you like ran into the garden each day and showed the progress for a reel, didn't you? Which is brilliant.
So I think you've got to come into it knowing what you're going to do, because when you've done and it's 6:30 at night, because I will literally go until it's like. Well, I was here locking the gates a lot of the days, and it's one of those where you've got to know what you're going to do, because you're so tired, you haven't got the capacity to think about it at the time.
In terms of social,
so you have to sort of think about like, this day I'm going to do this. So I was taking selfies as well every day afterwards, so then I could post that as well. And
because it's the same. I find I'm too in the moment sometimes to think about documenting the moment.
The problem is after the show's done, no one cares. So if you think to yourself, oh well, when I get home, I'm going to edit this, I'm going to edit that, and then I'll post it.
Because all the energy's here now. Even if we talk about algorithm, the algorithm will be favouring stuff that is at Malvern because Malvern is on. So it is. It's got to be always in the moment.
And I think that's what the tough thing is, because but to be fair, I've been posting at like 10 o'clock at night, and they've still been doing well. So whereas normally I'd never post at sort of 10 o'clock at night. But one thing I've not done is get through and get done my sort of the builds themselves, because I like to do one of those, and I've just not got the editing done on it. So hopefully people still enjoy watching it after the show.
But like, because you got a day job, you're not like you had 2 weeks off your day job then.
So I'm back at work on Tuesday.
Wow, that's mad. What do your job think of your other career? This is amazing.
So I didn't say anything for a long time, and then now they sort of know, like certain people knowing that, they sort of say, oh, that's wicked sort of thing, and
so cool,
it was like saying, oh, like, do you want to go on the intranet and do this, and I'm like, no, not really,
because I'm always like, for me, I do this all the time, so it's kind of like, but you guys, you fit in so much else alongside a normal 9 to 5. It's just I find that amazing.
Well, it's got to be your hobby. You've got to love it. Like, this is the thing, is totally. I've had so many people message me and say, oh, like, I want to do gardening content, and like, how long is it until I make money, or how long this, how long
into it for the wrong reasons.
I'm like, straight away, I'm like, you failed straight away, because I was doing this.
Even now, I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it because I love doing the things.
Exactly. I was doing this before, like, having collaborations with companies. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's just one of those where, like, I'm like, you guys, you don't understand. Like, and straight away when people ask that, I'm like, you haven't got the stamina to actually get to the point where you want to actually get to.
Totally. But you must see now, because I see you as like, one of like an early wave of OG influencers. Now you must see the new waves.
Am I an OG like you?
Definitely. No, you're maybe second wave. But I'm a different type, because I'm more of like a real life one that then went into social a bit, but you kind of come into social, and like, so I feel like you, alongside Johnny and a few others like that, you really kind of own that space in a beautiful way as well. So it's fantastic. So, well, how do you feel about that then, when you see new things?
It's good. It's good. It keeps you on your toes. Like, you see people making other content, and you're sort of like, oh, that's good what they're doing there, and that, and like, bringing sort of fresh ideas and stuff like that.
True.
And you get sort of some people where you notice that they'll sort of copy what you do as well, and it's like, I must be doing something right.
It is a compliment, really.
Isn't
exactly.
It,
to be honest, and everyone appeals to different people. Like, someone said to me once, I was like, I was going to do a video on orchid tips or something. I was like, well, it's been done before, but then they're like, no, but they want to see you do it. Because it's a different thing, and so. And
that's the thing as well, like the shelf life of sort of short form content. Like, people probably won't remember other people's.
Totally.
It's like some of my videos, I'll post them again, because the majority of people probably either forgot about them.
Do you know what?
The algorithm will show it to all. Because if you think, like, if you've got however many followers, say you've got like, how many followers you got? 65,000, So you do a video and it gets 10,000 views, like 55,000 people haven't seen your video.
Totally.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
no,
it's like one of those.
You know,
where,
stuff from like even 3 years ago when I might have had 30,000, 40,000. I could easily use that again. But
exactly.
But I feel like
that's why I repost. That's why I repost a bin shelter every now and again.
Oh, your bloody bin shelter!
Because obviously, no, but it's a good example because every time I post it will guarantee get over 1 million views.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I need to do more of that.
So it's one of those where like, well, people love seeing it. It encourages people to try something with an ugly space.
Oh, yeah, I think you've done amazing. You sold a book on it, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got a guy do that. Yeah,
that's super cool. And that's a nice little passive income earner as well.
Yeah, people love on the side. Sort of thing. Every now and again, it sort of jumps up like with a notification. But this is the thing. It's not just that one. There's other ones where like doing a patio or like shade, like transforming a shady area of my garden, and people love it. And so every now and again, I'll repost it because people do enjoy it. People get something from it. So that's cool. You don't see it as sort of like farming views for the algorithm. See it as like, this is going to help people.
Showing
again.
it to
I'm
new
going to
eyes.
put that back out.
Totally. Yeah,
it's a bit like getting an old magazine and putting it back on the table.
In a dentist.
In a dentist, yeah.
But I find, I mentioned this to you the other day, and I wondered, I don't know if you'd noticed, but I find some of my reels, but I think I'm working in a different like realm to you, or like a different sector almost. Like they have a lot longer lifespan.
I've noticed it's changed. The algorithm's changed a little bit.
So if I don't get a lot of views on the first 2 days, I generally don't worry because they kind of sit there and just bubble.
Well, it used to be if you didn't get a certain amount of views in the first hour, you're like, flipping it, that's absolutely bombed.
But there was I did something a couple of months ago with the gin and tonic plant.
Yeah.
And I think that's quietly just gone to 100,000 just while I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about it much.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. Yeah.
So,
but you know, it swings and roundabouts. Sorry, back to the garden. So how you been with the reaction of it? How did it go down with the public?
Yeah, everyone really sort of loved
that is
it.
cool.
So, and it's sort of because I was a little bit disappointed with the medal because at the end of the day, you say at the Olympics, you like if you go to run a race, you don't run to sort of like get 8th place or do you know what I mean? You run in to do as best as you can, and so when you sort of initially get that feedback, and you feel like it is a little bit sort of harsh. There is that a little bit of disappointment. Obviously, you just
silver.
Got silver. So you got to go away and think about how you can maybe sort of learn from it.
Yeah.
But then to see everyone absolutely love it, and then sort of they're telling you like, well, they're giving that one a goal.
I know. And it's different
like,
gardens for different people as well. And also, I always find like I don't know too much about the judging process, but I always find like what we're creating here is a fairy tale type of garden, so it isn't practical. So even if they have judged and said, "Oh, you wouldn't plant that there or this here," but you also wouldn't plant in that density usually. No. So it is.
I think that's what the trickiest thing is because you're getting judged about how beautiful something looks now, and if you're making a display, you're packing it in almost like you're making a bouquet of flowers, like a florist. Do you know
Which
what I mean?
is first of all fake, but then of course we're creating art here as well.
Then you're getting also judged about how it will perform in the long run. So you're getting judged about how tall your trees will. I'm not saying anything. You get judged on how tall your trees will get for the space and how big the canopy will be. Or like one of the things I was marked down on is like where my GMs were. Well, after the GMs have sort of gone over, like there wouldn't be as much interest there. But like in my brief, I'd said that it was a border that flourishes May into June. So it's one of those things. It is difficult. Obviously, the judges have got a job to do, and obviously
it would be
they're all really experienced.
Do you ever get to talk to? I guess you don't.
So the judges give you the feedback.
Okay,
I think the thing
you can't discuss it per se.
Is that like there's only one of them that gives you the feedback.
Okay,
so it's one of those where he might not have been the one who sort of brought up some of the points, or do you know what I mean? So it is quite difficult in that sense that you sort of don't know whether, like, you just don't know how it's sort of going to go.
Yeah, that's tricky, isn't it? Wow. Have you stood on these sheds recently? No.
Well, it's funny.
Because you're known for that, aren't you?
I'll tell you something. So I did a reel.
We're just recording something, but no worries.
Oh, it's not on.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
We've got a radiator emergency.
Yeah, no, it's nice to have it warm, that one, especially.
Oh, no, we're good, man. Cool. We're just having a gossip.
Right, cheers, guys.
So the shed thing.
Yeah,
because you're known for that, aren't you? And wearing shorts.
Well, I had someone the other day.
I wore shorts today, look.
Did you? Thank you.
Do you know how smart I was on Thursday?
Yeah.
Wearing a suit with a jacket. Friday, took the jacket off. Next day, I was wearing just a t-shirt. Today, I'm wearing shorts. Imagine what I'm wearing tomorrow.
I know. Bikini. I'm glad the flower show finishes today. But it's funny because someone came up to me and says, "Oh, like I saw that. I love your videos and standing on your shed. It's so funny." I says, "Oh well, I actually did that video to take the mick out of my good mate Johnny." And they went, "Who's Johnny?"
That's cute, man.
So obviously, yeah, they must think I did it first. So I'll take it.
Oh wow! But do you feel the pressure with that sort of stuff to like keep creating something? Because
in terms of
like creating reels and different stuff,
I think there is a pressure. You're always sort of thinking, "Oh, what can I sort of create?" Yeah, but I think also as well, like with gardening, you go with the seasons anyway. So almost sort of,
true.
You've always got things that sort of you are going to be sort of covering. So in that case, like you're always going to be planting certain plants at certain times, and so you've got that content there.
That's right.
So it sort of dictates it. But then the thing that's difficult is that you can't maybe recycle some clips and take it into something else later on in the year because you can't be sort of maybe showing tulips in sort of August sort of thing.
Because it's not going to make any sense. No.
Exactly. Yeah. So people are like, well, why is he? What sort of tulips? Do you know what I mean?
I've almost got the opposite problem sometimes. I've almost got too much to post. Because I'm doing a lot of work with different like breeding companies talking about their new plants, and sometimes I then got them all banked up, and I'm like, I've got to post that. So sometimes I'm doing like 1 a.m. just before 7 a.m. and then another one like 6 p.m. So and that way I know I'm not necessarily going to get big views on that, but for me it's sometimes the quality of the views. And actually I wonder what you think of this actually, because I'm working in a different way. I'm more B2B almost, I think, what I'm doing these days, like selling to other garden centres, kind of growers, stuff like that. And I've started to log the offline comments.
Okay.
Which is really interesting because I get a lot of people that are like, oh, I work in a garden centre and I asked them to get in this poinsettia, or you spoke about this pansy and I asked our growers to grow it and stuff. So I start to log that a little bit because for me, social media is also about what happens outside of it as well. And
sometimes you get some very like comments that they're a bit not necessarily true, or they're not very nice.
So no, I feel like sometimes I use it in quite a different way to a lot of people. It's like so I'll never get the big views, but I'm kind of looking to create calls to action almost.
I think it's different. I've said this to you before, the way you work, your social media is more like a portfolio of what you're sort of doing, whereas like a CV with mine, everything I've done and all the opportunities I've got have come from sort of getting a certain amount of views or an exposure. So it is one of those where there's probably more pressure on me for the views to sort of do well than what there is you, because at the end of the day, you're just documenting it so that people can sort of see everything you're up to.
I think where that's probably, I don't know. I keep looking at this sign. It says special offer £5 for 15 minutes.
I saw that the other day.
15 minutes of what? Because I'm in.
I saw that the other day and I said the same thing.
But I think that's almost unfair on you that brands like want the big numbers, because it's about the quality of the numbers as well, surely.
It is about the quality.
You could have a lot of views, and that's not necessarily bots, but a lot of people that are not necessarily truly interested or going to go and buy that product. It's all about it should be about the call to action.
Exactly. I think a lot of companies are starting to sort of pick up on that a little bit, in terms of they ask for sort of link clicks data a lot more.
But then also for people to actually follow through is quite low amount, isn't it? Really, in the scheme of things.
So,
but brand awareness, and sometimes when you, I don't know, say like what is it? I'm thinking of a brand now, Milwaukee. I don't even know what that is. But say I saw that tool in a garden center, I wanted to buy it, and I'd seen it on yours. Like that person's probably bought it because you've influenced them, but you're never going to be able to track that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's sort of, sometimes it's like it's the brand awareness. It's like that like Heinz baked beans are the best baked beans.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to sort of track where you know that from.
Totally.
You know what I mean? I remember when I bought my Honda Civic many years ago. The guy they resprayed the bonnet because there was loads of chips and stuff on it, And I remember the salesman said to me, I'm not bothered about this car I'm selling you. I'm bothered about the next car I'm selling you.
Yeah.
In terms of like, I want to please you with the experience of buying a Honda so much that I'm going to be hopefully selling you another Honda.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole thing. There's like, it is like the brand awareness and sort of like, just making people aware of how the quality of your products and stuff like that.
That's interesting.
I think that's why like there's a lot of companies who they'll work with people just to do fun content now, not even sort of like trying to sell something,
and almost to show that they're a great team player in a way, which is like, you know, creating fun stuff for people to enjoy.
Look at some of the reels that me and Johnny make for B&Q. They don't say, "Oh, go in the shop and sell this or sell this or sell that."
Yeah. It's a soft
It's
sell.
like go in the shop. This is the sort of mantra of the video. Like create something fun. Do you know what I mean? And then that's obviously what we sort of go and do.
Because there's so much noise out there these days of like buy this, buy that. It's like it needs to be a much slower.
The way the companies stand out now is by making like fun content that just make people laugh.
Definitely.
And then it's almost like creates that relationship with the potential customer.
Yeah, totally. B&Q, you got some cool stuff coming up with them as well, right?
Yeah. So I'm doing a YouTube series with B&Q. So
because YouTube it's really funny because content started to become short, and it's kind of swinging back to long in some ways, isn't it?
So even on sort of like the short form platforms, I think they are aware that they want people to sort of stay on the platforms on longer videos. I think they're also aware that the sort of brain rot quick videos aren't necessarily good for us, and I think they know that at some point there's going to be certain things coming. So I think there is going to be a massive push for sort of resetting people's brains to sort of enjoy a little bit slower videos. But
that's good foresight, really.
But I enjoy making the longer form videos because I think sometimes I find that like I'm quite chatty, and I find when I'm sort of doing short form videos, I am sort of, at first it was okay. But now it's like you're literally almost like trying to spit everything out that you want to say.
I did some recently, like grow this, not that videos, and I'm kind of like explaining it all and like why you should grow this plant and not that one. Then at the end, I kind of like kick one off the table or throw one into the ether. And then I was like, oh fuck! But then the hook should be at the front. So then I was like, no, why am I? Do I have to be led by this algorithmic?
But then you changed
like,
it though. You put the front of the plant at the front.
I did. I put the repeat of the kick at the front. I guess so, yeah. But what's funny as well, sorry, we're lurching all over the place. One of those did really well on Facebook. Yeah. But on Facebook, people get very inflamed. They were like, I can't believe you threw that plant on the floor. I'm never going to listen to any of your advice again. So going back to a long form, is a real move that you see.
Yeah, so I've been sort of trying to build my YouTube a little bit more, and I find that I can. So if I go on YouTube and I make a video where I'm sort of tried to.
Sorry, my alarm went off. I need to be on main stage in 14 minutes. So.
14 minutes. So
where were we? Long form content.
Long form. So we don't want to be too much long form. Otherwise, you'll be late. But so I find with long form, there's a longer shelf life. So if you're working with a company, you can put links in there in the description. That's going to be on sort of forever. And you can chat a bit more. And I can go out with my recorder and just like walk around my garden chatting for 15-20 minutes, and it will do better than a highly edited video that I've really tried hard for on there. Because I can remember when I used to do the videos, I'd edit them and I'd try and edit out all my ums and likes and all that.
That's real.
Someone commented and said, you're editing out your personality.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, that's true. Do you know what I mean?
That's so true.
And if you think about AI and how much sort of AI, what do they call it? AI rot, or there's a term that they use for sort of AI sort of videos and stuff. Like, there's more and more of them. So people are going to be clinging more and more to the personality in people's videos.
Totally.
So
there'll be kind of like a kickback a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So when I sort of am doing the videos for B&Q for YouTube, it's one of those where I'll give them an outline of what I will be talking about and sort of like the structure of the video, but then I'll just go out and record, and then there's certain things that like the sort of one-liners and the jokes and stuff like that when you're sort of giggling and stuff. That's just literally in the moment you're sort of doing it.
Totally.
And then it sort of comes out and people enjoy it.
it took me many years, especially like doing TV stuff, to realise that I could just be myself and I didn't have to be some polished version of myself. And that's what people want you for. But it takes a long time to realise that. And because you feel like then you're being too informal, but that's at the end of the day why people have come to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Exactly. And I've always said that because like you've got to think about the reason why people watch you.
Yeah.
Like if people want to watch
we're
a
cute,
really that as well. But if people want to watch like a really able gardener and a really polished video of someone doing stuff in their garden, they'd go and watch Gardener's World and they watch Wanted On. I'm not saying people who watch me don't watch that as well, but people don't watch me for like to be a polished TV show. They watch me to sort of for someone who's relatable, that they think they can sort of achieve what they've achieved as well.
Why do people watch me? Because they don't know what's coming next.
Because you're good looking. You just said it yourself. And you walk around with plants hanging out your pocket.
I know. When he did,
like
keep Nicky Chapman happy.
Like a walking Jumanji.
Oh man, it's so cool to chat to you, honestly.
Yeah,
wow, I could talk to you all day, but I need to go to the main stage to talk about what's coming up today.
And you need to get me a red hosta ASAP.
Oh my god, the pressure. Share my video 5 times and I will. Oh, ding dong. Thank you. Did we even say who you were? We didn't even intro you, did we? Who are you? No, we're still on, darling. Who are you?
I'm green-fingered city boy, named Adam Marshall.
ADAM. See you later, guys. Bye.
Cheers.
Transform your garden the easy way with Garden on a Roll. This is the perfect solution for beautiful ready-made borders. If you love the look of professionally designed planting but don't have the time, knowledge or patience to plan it yourself, Garden on a Roll has you covered. Garden on a Roll are supporting Series 20 of the Plant-Based Podcast. Each border by Garden on a Roll is expertly designed by award-winning garden designer Anthony Henn and delivered with a simple, pre-planned, biodegradable template that you just roll out and plant in one go. No guesswork, no stress, just follow the instructions and enjoy the results. Whether you're refreshing a tired space or starting from scratch, you'll get a cohesive, seasonal design that works with the plants chosen, which will thrive together and look good all year round. Choose your style and size, and everything you need is then delivered to your door. It is planting by numbers. Visit Garden on a Roll today and bring your outdoor space to life.